All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Josh from Whiskers and Wrenches, and behind me is my 2000 Chevy Silverado 2500 with a 6-liter LS, 5-speed manual transmission, and 4-wheel drive that I ended up getting for free. Now, don't let the free moniker distract you from the fact that this thing is a rusty pile of crap. This thing was a plow truck, so you guys already know what that means. Salt, rust, bad, as you guys can tell in the fact that the bed's cockeyed. And yeah, this thing, it's cool that I got it for free, don't get me wrong, but I mean, really, honestly, at the end of the day, it's pretty bad. The inside of this thing stinks like rust because it sat in the field for many years. Like I said, the whole thing is rusty. The frame's flaking. The taillights are held in with baling wire. It has like 300,000 miles, and the clutch is out of it. I paid $300 for this thing, got a title with it, had a good plow on the front of it. My dad saw it. I told him about it. I was like, yeah, I paid $300 for this thing. Do you need that plow? I'll give you a good deal on it. He's like, I'll just give you the $300 you paid for the truck for that plow. So I ended up getting this thing, like I said, for free at the end of the day. It actually has good tires on it, which the tires are going to be taken off and put on my buddy's F-250. Well, 3 of them are. For some reason, the spare was put on the back. We don't know where the nice all-terrain mud tire, snow tire went. But hey, 3 out of 4, especially for free, is pretty good. But I got this thing mostly for the motor, the tranny, and the rear axle and the transfer case and all the wiring to go along with it. I want to be able to pull this thing out, basically transplant this thing's heart into another vehicle, into another project. As you guys know, that Toyota back there, if you guys watch my garage update, you guys know what I'm going to do with it. But if you haven't, I'll give you a basic rundown of it here. That Toyota back there is a heavy-duty chassis car. It used to be an RV. It has a dually, but I'm taking that frame off of there, putting it on my Nissan truck, which is right over there, to make that thing be a little heavy-duty thing because the cab's in better shape on that one. That leaves me with something without a back frame. What I plan to do is take the Nissan back frame, put it on that body, and then take the motor, the tranny, and the transfer case out of this thing, mount it backward on the back of that thing, use the output shaft for the front axle on the transfer case, run it to the rear axle on the Toyota, and have a wheeling Toyota for basically dirt cheap, because why the hell not? And at the end of the day, if I run it once, make a wheelie, and roll it, and I don't die, I'll take this motor out and put it in my Firebird or put it in something else. I just like the fact of having a 6-liter LS, especially for free, and I figured I'd do something stupid with it, like make a wheeling Toyota. But in this video, we're going to try our best to get this thing running. As like I said, the clutch went out of it. This thing sat in the field for a couple of years. We picked it up. So I did bring it home. Whenever I brought it home, I hooked up a battery charger to it. I know the dash lights work. I know the dome light comes on, and I did hear a fuel pump try to kick on. So we're going to try our best to get this thing running and then see how bad the clutch really is. I know they said it's bad. I don't know if that means bad enough where they just drove it to where it was parked and left it to put a clutch in it, or bad enough where it blew up and then they had to push it back. But I'm hoping it's the earlier one where it was just bad and it was slipping and it's good enough to drive and I could put it around my yard until I get ready to rip it apart. But I mean, hell, like I said, it's free. So if this thing really does need a clutch and it doesn't move at all, I do just want to hear that motor run. So let's get into it. Let's make this thing run and hear some noise out of it. Alrighty. First things first, let's take a battery charger in this thing. And like I said, dash lights and everything did come on. However, when I tried to crank it, everything disappeared. So I don't know if this thing has a bad ground, or maybe the battery was just so dead that I couldn't do it. I'm hoping the battery was just dead enough where it couldn't do it, and I don't have to dig around and replace rusty grounds on this turd, because there's a lot of them, I'm sure of it. This thing is a rusty pile of crap. This thing also stinks like rat's nest. This thing is about 10 times worse than my Firebird was. That Firebird sat in the field for 20 years, and it was nowhere near as bad as this. This thing reeks like rat piss. It's really bad. All right, time to work on the front of it. I think it has bad ground. Which does not surprise me one bit. That's positive. Well, actually, it might be the positive. I think the positive post on the battery is just completely loose. Let me go grab some pliers and tighten that up. It's gonna be awfully weird to me if I buy something and it just starts. Oh yeah, this battery terminal is just loose as hell. I can hear, yep. I can hear the door dinger now. You know what? I wonder if this battery didn't break. I wonder if it didn't freeze. Oh my God. Because I hear it arcing and it's really not getting that much tighter at all. Am I doing it backwards? You hear the door dinger now. There we go, now it's not arcing anymore. All right, we got juice. Let's see if she wants to crank now. Wow, this thing reeks. Oh, it's in gear. It's cranking though. All right, let's see this again. Oh my God! Oh my God! Dude! It just fired right up! Dude, it literally just fired right up. The battery terminal. The gauge cluster just came back and it's got oil pressure. Dude. Dude. Yeah, the clutch is gone. That's bad. What just happened there is had it running obviously, and I just tried to push the clutch in and drop it into gear and it immediately died. So yeah, the clutch in this thing is shot. But I mean, dude, the thing fired right up. It literally just fired. It's so quiet. It still has the factory exhaust system on it. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess I could hook my truck up to it so it doesn't fall and unload it. I'll do my best not to die. Wow. Oh, the alternator's definitely. Oh, no, hey, maybe. I was gonna say the alternator's not charging because as soon as I unplugged it, it bogged down, but it came back. Worse. It could have gone way worse. It worked. The transmission probably wasn't too happy with me, but it did work. And the battery even started it back up. All right, I'm going to move the trailer now. And then maybe take this thing around the block just to see what happens. Justin first, because I'm a glutton for punishment and I'm curious. So let me move the trailer real quick and then we'll pick back up taking this thing around the block. All right, now Probably one of the most ill-advisable things I've done. But hey, you only live once, right? All right. I have a feeling the alternator does not work on this thing. Guessing probably a ground issue. All right, let's take this baby for a drive. Oh, I don't think I have the transfer case in gear, maybe. Maybe there? Nope. Or is that the clutch just gone? Where's the dome light? I was going to take it around the block because it's running a little bit better now, but listen to this. So I've tried it in every single one of the transfer cases. I don't know why it's so foggy. Come on, listen to this. That's all clutch. It does it in 4.2, 4 high. That is all clutch. All right, so now that we know that thing's clutch is so burnt out that we can't drive it at all, which kind of sucks. I was hoping we could at least have a little bit of fun with it before we pulled it apart, but we're gonna pull that thing apart in a later video. That thing's gonna get pushed to the back because, as you guys know, it's getting close to winter. I have more projects that I need to get done so I can have my shop clean. I have the Lincoln, I have the Nissan. We have all that other stuff we need to do. That truck's, for now, is going to be pushed to the backyard, and we'll do it later. But since we don't have that to go out and spend time with and have fun driving and doing burnouts and stuff like that, I'm going to talk about what my plans are with that thing. Well, at least it's motor, tranny, and transfer case. So, as you guys know, I talked about it a little bit in the beginning of this video, but I'm going to talk about it more now. We have my beautiful drawing skills right here, but we have the Nissan truck and the Toyota. As you guys know, like I said, we're going to take the back half, the heavy-duty frame off this Toyota, put it on the Nissan. So they're going to look like that. But after that, I'm going to take the Nissan's frame, put it back onto the Toyota so we still do have a running chassis. And rolling and all that fun stuff. Alrighty, and now, again, because I am a horrible artist, I had to redraw it like 4 times, and this is the best that I got. This is going to be a breakdown of basically what we're going to do with that motor and tranny once the Toyota actually has a frame underneath the back end of it. This thing still will be convertible, so it'll be great having that motor roll right in our ears. But if you guys look, this is about the plan I got. If you look right here, we got the motor mounted just about where the rear axle is going to sit. After that, we got the transmission right here. We got the transfer case. And then I'm going to use the front output shaft of what used to go to the front axle and run it right down here to the rear end. I'm just going to leave the rear drive shaft output hanging out. I don't think it's going to need to have like a yoke or anything in there to spit all the tranny fluid out of it, but it's just going to be hanging out. And then we're going to have a Toyota that's rear engine that has an LS that does wheelies that's convertible, because why the hell not? And obviously we're going to have a giant exhaust system. We're going to have a carburetor on it, I hope. Maybe not to start. I'm probably just going to rip all the electronics out of that work trucks because it's cheap to do it that way versus spending like $1,000 on like a carburetor conversion kit, which I don't want to. That's more than what I paid for the truck, well, for the Toyota and for the other truck, because as you guys know, like I said, we got it for free at the end of the day. Bought it for $300, brought it home, immediately sold the plow off of it for $300. So I got a free LS6 5-speed and transfer case, and well, it's going to go on the back of the Toyota because why the hell not, right? Because it's funny. And also because, well, I just want something that does wheelies. I originally was going to buy either an old Fiero, a supercharged Buick 3800, or, you know, Impala 3800, whatever there was, just a supercharged one, or a LS front-wheel drive one, like the Impala SS, or the Pontiac Grand Prix GTX or GTP, whichever one was the LS-based one. I was going to take one of those, cut the rear body off of it, and then weld that to the back of the Toyota and make some sort of handling monster. But, I mean, I have an LS6 now and a transfer case, and it came up in my head, and I was like, you know what? That'll work perfect. That'll work probably better for wheelies than what I originally was going to do. Then to give it a little bit of counterbalance, we'll probably put the gas tank in the frunk where the engine used to be to at least give it a little bit of weight to hold the front end down, so that way if I ever road trip it, because obviously I will because I'm a glutton for punishment and I'm stupid, it won't immediately handle horrible to the point where I kill myself and probably a family of 18 that are traveling in their 3 minivans. But without me yapping anymore, this was Josh vs. Wrenches. We brought home another free pickup truck that we're going to do some fun things with. If you guys want to see those fun things, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what I should buy for the LS. I'm a new guy to GM stuff. I'm normally a Ford guy. Well, I say I'm normally a Ford guy, but I got the Fiero now. I got the Nissan. I got the Buick. I got the Mustang. I got a bunch of stuff. I used to be a Ford guy, but, well, the Firebird, not the Mustang. I used to be a Ford guy. Now I'm kind of an everything guy. Some things are cool, and why the hell not build them, even if you do have brand loyalty. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below what LS mods you want to see on that thing. What mods in general, if you guys have a good idea to make the brakes work nice, or the air conditioning, or any of that stuff, if you guys have ever done something similar. I highly doubt anybody watching in the comments has, but hey, you never know. It's the internet. It's kind of big sometimes. And well, without further ado, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see the whole build series. Click that notification bell, because everything I do to all my cars ends up here on this channel, whether it be making a drift car out of a Lincoln Town car, lifting it, slamming it into a ditch, rewiring a Nissan, building a $1,000 truck, painting a Buick like a pumpkin for Halloween. It all ends up here on this channel, even motorcycle stuff sometimes. And I know I've said it like 3 times now. Without further ado, this was Josh from Wrenches Wrenches. I hope you guys are having a good day, night, week, whatever it is. I hope you guys are having a good one, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye. I didn't want to be the guy that, you know, filmed random children without their consent. That'd probably put me on a watch list somewhere.
Mr. nicknames his private member Lazarus because he has risen from